Okay, we're going to work on the tertiary colors. So you'll see your folder in the folder holder. Grab your paper out, put the folder back, and then check to make sure that you have your paper. Please make sure it is on the paint mat, because again, we have to use the paint mat to clean our brush. When I ask the supply managers, you're going to be going to get your tray. On your tray, you're going to be finding your paints, your brushes, and then also on there, you'll see these little mixing trays. Now, everybody gets one mixing tray. Get your brush, dump them out. Listen to Miss Lawson, I'll tell you who to pop the top. And remember, you each have your own section of your primary colors, so that's you're more tempted to keep them clean since you are using them. If you see a little paint in them, do not worry. All I want you to not do is don't stir it, because when you stir it, then you mix the colors. So we need our mixing tray because we have to make a secondary color, and then we have to add the primary color to it. So let's start with a yellow green. Again, this is going right here in this section. Green, if you don't remember how to make green, you're gonna mix yellow and blue. So I'm gonna do that on my mixing plate. So what I do is grab a little yellow, put it on there, wipe my brush off, grab a little blue, mix it on here. Okay, so now that I've got a green, trying to get all the paint and leave it on there, I'm going to wipe my brush off, go back and add a little more yellow to this green. I want this to be more lighter than what I see right there. So it should be lighter than this, but not exactly that. So there is my yellow green. Now, I want to keep this green. So what I'm going to do is wipe off my brush, make it a little more green. So add a little more blue back into it. And I'm going to be adding more blue till it gets darker than that green. So we are going to work with every secondary color and fill in the two tertiary colors, yellow, green, blue, green, before we move on to the next one, because you want to utilize the green that you made or the secondary color you made. So there is green. So we're going to clean our brush off. Make sure you get it clean. Good. Now we're going to move to purple. So we want to pick purple. So we're going to do red, then blue. Again, we always dip red first, then blue. So I'm going to grab a little red. And you want to make enough, so again, that we can make the two colors. So I'm going to try to make a little more. Wipe it off. Add a little blue. Stir. It should look similar to what I have there. Okay. Okay, so now that I have purple, wipe off my brush. And then I'm going to make a red purple. I want to do the lighter one first. So I'm going to add a little more red on top. And you don't need a lot. Now it should be different from that, but not exactly this. See, it's too close. So I need to add a little more red. You just have to work with it and make sure it looks different. I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. It still looks a little different. Okay, now we got to make blue purple. So we keep our purple, and now we're going to add blue on top. Clean it off. Again, it's going to be darker. Should be darker than that purple. Maybe not a big difference, but you should see a different, darker purple, purple, and then a lighter purple. I can see it now once I've made that purple. So we've done our tertiary for purple. Now I don't clean this off. Now we're going to mix orange. Again, I want to make enough orange. So yellow, then red. Yellow, little red. Should look as close as I can to that. Okay, so we're going to make the lighter version first, so we're going to add more yellow on top. Again, I need to wipe this off. So it should be lighter than this. My paintbrush is a little dirty, so it's going to be kind of hard. Okay, I can see a difference. Okay, again, now we have to make a red orange, so we're going to add red on top. I think I need to make more orange. I think I ran out of orange. Just wipe that off. Add a little yellow. Okay, a little more red. There we go. So now I see a difference between my yellow orange, and my red orange. So we have just filled in our tertiary colors. This little mixing tray always goes to the trash can. Please do not try to walk out the door with them. Don't stick them in your pocket. They are not to sit here and paint. I should not be painting this tray before I throw it away. Just throw it away. So make sure we're not playing with our paint mixing trays. I will show you where they are in the back of the room. If you ever need to mix a color, this is how we do it. We do on this little tray, there are some little plates or these little square trays that I have only for my majors. Again, make sure it gets in the trash can. Brushes, remember you are responsible to get your brush to the back little sink in that orange soapy bucket. So please make sure that you take your brush. I will tell you who is in charge of closing the paints and who's in charge of getting the tray back to the counter. Everybody else, you need to listen and make sure you know when you are bringing your paper and your paint mat back to the drying rack. Remember, this is horizontal. When you get to the drying rack, you do need to put your white paper on there vertical, which is the opposite of what we are working on it today. So please make sure that you clean before you get on your red dot.